Support.
The maestro, please!
Last record rundown of the summer. Let's get into it. This'll be for the week of
September 17th, 2019.
On this day in music back in 2011, Rae Jepsen released her very infectious hit, Call Me Maybe. In case you were wondering, yes, Family 4 is indeed her 4 children. I guess when you have that much musical talent in a family, it's not hard to put something like this together. Her previous album focused more around her singing. This one focuses exclusively around her piano skills. A very talented pianist just as much as she's a very talented singer. And honestly, I think she put it best herself when she called herself a very talented communicator. You really have to appreciate just how talented and diverse of a violinist Lindsey Stirling really is. She can do those classical Christmas albums just as well as she can do an EDM drop.
Don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing.
The man who made all of the music for the Charlie Brown series. Unlike the Christmas episode of Charlie Brown where it's his trio, this one is his sextet. So if you want to hear what he's capable of when he has a few more instruments to get his hands on, I highly encourage listening to this, or simply just watch the Charlie Brown Halloween special.
How could you lose that happy glow? Oh, Caroline, no.
Obviously, she's more well known as the front woman of the Pretenders and was even inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame back in 2005 with the rest of her band. But if you want to hear how diverse she is, this is what she sounds like when she has a jazz ensemble. So all of this stuff was recorded back in 1985 and is just now being released, given last year they did release the Rubberband EP, which had various takes of the first and last tracks on this album. But if you want to hear some late-era Miles Davis, this is a pretty good pickup.
Singing, I love rock and roll.
It's been a while since we've had no new rock albums. We were going strong since mid-July.
Yeah, Hollywood is bleeding, but we call it home. Outside the winter.
Well, this one's been highly anticipated, especially ever since WoW came out. Sunflower is also on this one from the SpiderMan soundtrack, and in 4 days, Allergic is going to be released as a single. This is certainly rare. We never get a crossover between classical and EDM, but if anyone was gonna do it, let's be real, it was probably going to be Lindsey Stirling.
And now I need some help from the maestro, please!
They try to take my floor, I take their ass for ransom. I know that I'm gone. They see me blowing up, now they say they want some. I got 2 twin blocks, turn you to a dancer. I see 2 twin.
All of these newer rappers have consistently, after releasing their debut album, still maintained to hold a spot in the top 5. I guess that just shows what the industry is like nowadays.
I'm at that London with some big thighs. No fries, cheese steaks with the fish size. Then your mama tell you when something on fire, stop driving road. Yeah.
Like I said, I guess it's just something about the industry and hip-hop these days.
Show and tell. I'm on display for all you fuckers to see. Show.
Continuing a trend we've seen before, especially with Beyonce's Lemonade, this album has an accompanying film, and Melanie Martinez has said that her next 2 albums will also have films associated with them. So I guess we can just sit here and wait for the Melanie Martinez cinematic universe.
You need to calm down. You're being too loud.
You know, I know False God is a song on the album, but if you go to Wikipedia and type in False God, you're directed to this album. There's a joke in there somewhere.
Yeah, Hollywood is bleeding, but we call it home. Outside the winter.
His second #1 album, and every song from this album has charted in the Hot 100. Let's see if this does as well as Beer Bongs and Bentleys. It was up there for quite some time. Let's see if Post Malone can keep that momentum going. There you go. All of the albums of the summer. Come back next week when we start talking about all the albums of the fall.
And now I need some help on the maestro, please. Maestro,